Hey and welcome back. Now that we have some data in the database, it's time to get some from it and render it in the template we have created. So a few days ago we created our first database model and it looked like this. So we have the title, the description, and to check if it's done or not. What we want to do in this part is to get the data from the database and print it in the template in the frontpage.html. So let's begin by opening up views.py to get the data from the database. So right now it just looks like this, where we only have one hard-coded variable like this. So we can begin by importing the task model here. So below this import here from Django, we can say from.models import task. And then to get all of the tasks from the database, we just say tasks equals task. So we reference this and say .objects, and from all of the objects we want all. And then to use the tasks in the template, we can append it here after the title, just say tasks and tasks. So this name can be whatever we want, and this just references this variable which contains all of the tasks. So then we can head over to the template, the frontpage.html, and below this paragraph we can loop through. And just like Django has this for printing, we can use curly brace, percentage to use functions, or loops and if statements. So here we can say for task in tasks. So we loop through all of the tasks in the tasks variable. And we close this by saying and for. And then in here we can print the name of the task. First we add a div and then a paragraph and say task.title. So now we're referencing this variable here, and title is of course what's coming from the model here. So if we save now, go back to the front page and refresh, you can say my first task and second task. If I go here, I can see here that one of these is done and the other one is not done. So we can do some changes in the views so that we are just getting the tasks that we should do. So if we go back to views.py, and instead of saying all here, we can say filter and say is done equals false. So now we get all of the task objects which has the variable or the value is done set to false. So if I refresh now, go back and refresh, I only get the first task. As you can see here, this is not done. Perfect. So that's how easily we can get the data from the database and present it in a template. See you in the next video.